7 in the morning. We're heading out. It's funny. It's funny seeing the RV with the little go-kart trailer. We're leaving Ripon, California. The goal tonight is to get through this state, get into Arizona. I think if all went to plan, this will probably be, you know, the longest day we'll have if we can make it down to Flagstaff. We're gonna get it underway, get rolling, one step closer to Oklahoma. Right now it says if we drove straight through, we would get there in 26 hours. And after today, hopefully we will get past the halfway point so we can get very, very close tomorrow. Dad, what'd you say we've been going south?
10 hours south.
10 hours south, and now we're headed
east, finally.
It's almost 10:30 in the morning, and we are now headed towards Tehachapi and Mojave. We just went through Bakersfield, and I'll tell you this, I think my whole family's probably on the same page, and no disrespect to anyone that lives down here in California, but I just don't know if I could live this far south. There is some beautiful parts to it. I know I've been to LA, Huntington Beach, and like over on the coast. Every time I come down here, it just feels like everyone's like, there's just so many people in such a small area. There's so much going on. Life moves so fast. Just what it's like on the freeway can be a little chaotic. So I don't know, it's funny, you know, like I think Oregon is, it's kind of a mix between, you have a little bit of what's down here, and then, you know, somewhere in between what it feels like when I'm in the Midwest. It's funny, when I go to the Midwest, I feel like life slows down, and then when I went to the East Coast in Pennsylvania, it felt like I went back in time. That was one of the really cool things I got to do in 2023 was, you know, see different areas of the country more than I had before. And it's funny even just to see the different culture inside the whole United States and how people live, and, you know, what your surroundings look like. Yeah, like my dad said, we're not going straight anymore. We're now kind of cutting across the country and making more progress.
Said all the wrecked planes out there, all the retired Mojave Desert.
Last year, I think we really scoped them out. My dad's talking about a bunch of retired aircraft.
Did you get a picture of them last year?
I know last year I did. Always kind of cool. It literally looks like a junkyard for airplanes. Oh, I see them. They're still over there. That's crazy. It's literally just right off the side of the freeway over there.
Airplane wrecking yards. That some of them are military, some of them are commercial. Mostly commercial airlines.
Where are we at?
We're still in California.
Oh gosh. That's what sucks about this drive. I told you guys, you're in one of the worst states. Well, I don't know, maybe I guess if you guys living, I shouldn't say that, but for so long, we're getting closer and closer. It's 2:30 right now. The good part about this direction down here is it's a little warmer this time of year. You know, winter at home, really, really cold, freezing days, snow. And not that there's not some snow along this drive, but you hit areas like this, or today the sun's out, and you could argue that it's just a nice spring or maybe a cool summer day. Beautiful, beautiful blue sky. One thing I was gonna talk about is how we have a small crew for this road trip. Literally just me, Carly, and my dad. Last year, one of my best friends, Bennett, joined us, and unfortunately it's looking like he's not going to be able to come this year. We were trying to make it to where he could fly in and then save time by not driving out with us, and it sucks, but just because of some of the stuff he has going on back home, I don't think he's going to get to come to Chili Bowl this year or Shawnee. Man, that breaks my heart. We had so much fun last year. Bennett's one of my best friends. We've had so many experiences together, racing together, traveling all over the country, and he's also incredibly talented what he does with a camera and the footage he gets, the shots. So man, we're really gonna miss him on this trip. Dad's passing it off. Yep. Carly's taking on the next leg of the road trip behind the wheel. I was gonna make a joke there, but I actually have to say Carly is very good at what she does. And for her age, she doesn't have a lot of experience driving something like this, but she has a little bit more towing a trailer. And like I said, for her age, for what she does, all good things to say. Back in we go. Carly's gonna put some miles down. So Carly did a really good job. She immediately got us up to speed, logging miles, and back heading towards our destination. And in not too much time, we came up on our next state of the trip. So our phones just changed. We are now on Mountain Time. We're gonna try to catch the Arizona sign.
Colorado River.
Now in Arizona.
Boy, it's clear.
There's the Colorado River like my dad was saying. Okay, we're officially in Arizona. Carly, how's the drive so far?
Good.
How's traffic?
Light.
You doing the speed limit?
Of course.
And now it's 75. So trucks are, I think, 70. So just keep it around 68.
So we crossed into Arizona and kept on trucking. We're actually, Carly pointed out, we were really close to Route 66, which I always like because I'm a big fan of the movie Cars. But no, saw some beautiful scenery, and Carly really just kept digging behind the wheel into the evening hours before my dad kind of made her pull over so he could finish it off for the night. You're out, tired. Dad's back in. What'd you do, 3-4 hours there?
Just about, probably.
How was it?
This one. Easy.
Easy.
Yep.
Carly is a person of few words. She's shy, but man, she's good at what she does. Pulled off on the exit here real quick, just so they could swap. My dad didn't really want her driving at dark. Honestly, the trip's pretty quiet so far since it's just been the three of us. Like, you know, two at one point are sitting up front, the other one's not. My dad's feeling anxious to get back on the road. So yeah, I've either just been hanging in the back or sitting up front early on. All right, you can go. We're just gonna go a little bit farther tonight and then we're gonna stop and eat. I think the goal is to make it to a casino in Flagstaff. It's massive and it has a huge parking lot, so we have plenty of space for the rig.
My co-pilot this morning.
Yeah. 6:30 a.m. We're just leaving the casino that we stayed at last night called Twin Arrows in Flagstaff, Arizona. I should have done a shot, but yesterday we just took advantage of really getting a good night's rest so we could travel again today. We actually stopped a little bit early just because we knew the casino was going to be a safe place and there was going to be plenty of room compared to like maybe a truck stop where sometimes you're driving around trying to find a spot. Now the one thing I will say, earlier in the day we were kind of talking about how, you know, the weather was great, blue sky, sun was out, it felt like spring or summer, and Flagstaff was everything but that. It was so cold it felt like we were at home, or maybe even worse. But now we're rolling. Dad, where are we headed today? Where are we driving?
I don't remember.
Where are we driving to?
I don't remember. Texas. That's where we're going to. Amarillo.
Where?
Amarillo.
Amarillo. Heading there now. So Dad got trucking and rolling on the road in the early morning hours, and it really didn't take too much time before we got out of Flagstaff, started moving through the rest of Arizona, and then trucked into New Mexico. Not a crazy amount of things to see in New Mexico, and then as we came up on Albuquerque, right before we got to the city, we stopped at a Love's truck stop, and we didn't want to make the mistake we made last year, which is where we stopped at the Love's truck stop in downtown Albuquerque. That Love's we just passed, that's where we stopped last year. Good thing we didn't stop there this year. Probably wouldn't recommend it. It's funny, as we've done this drive now for 2 years, all of our fans said there's only one place you really don't want to stop, don't sleep, and don't walk anywhere alone. And well, you can guess where that was. So anyway, got back rolling, all fueled up, and the next state to cross into is going to be Texas. Now, Carly also got behind the wheel during this part of the day, and she helped complete our total of 8 hours of driving as we rolled into our one stop for Texas for the night. So we're following the exact same path that we did last year on our road to Chili Bowl. The rig's doing a good job. It's made it so far. And we're parked for the evening now, and we're gonna go to dinner at the Big Texan restaurant right down the street. If you guys are from this state, you're from the area, you've passed through, you see it right off the freeway. It's this big restaurant, and this RV park is actually for it, and they have like a shuttle that takes you over. But really, really cool place. We stopped there last year because I was getting it recommended off the charts by all my fans in my comments. So we stopped, had a good time, and we figured we would revisit it. So we're parked, we're gonna go to dinner in about an hour, and that'll be a good way to cap off today, and we're only 4 hours away from Shawnee, Oklahoma, so we should make it in no time tomorrow. So we finished our night off at a killer restaurant that actually has a massive rattlesnake in the gift shop that you can just walk up to. Carly, Dad, and I all ordered steaks. We really enjoyed those. And now tomorrow we will be at our first stop in Oklahoma.